Her kitchen is where the magic is made.
Hi, welcome to my channel or welcome back. I'm Holly, your friendly neighborhood carnivore, and I am so happy you could join me today in my kitchen. So we are moving right along into the holiday season, and this time of year there are lots of Christmas parties, there are lots of potlucks, there are all kinds of gatherings, and they all revolve around food. So I wanted to share with you guys one of my favorite recipes. I especially love it during the holidays because you can use it as a gift, you can take it to a potluck or a party to share with other people, or you can just snack on it whenever you want. And that is a Chexless Chex Mix, or a party mix, or just a snack mix. But it is like Chex Mix, which is something I grew up on. I always love Chex Mix, especially around the holidays. My mother-in-law always makes Chex Mix for the kids. This is one of those recipes that I love, that I get to join in on the fun. I have some snack mix of my own, but mine is going to be basically all protein. It's gonna have some fat in it, and it's gonna be delicious. There's ways you can add dairy to it if you can tolerate it. Personally, mine's gonna be dairy-free like all of my recipes. Originally, I saw Nisha Berry post her party mix. That's where I got the first inspiration from this. And I tried making it and I loved it, and I've just kind of been getting it a little bit more carnivore each time I've made it. And I started noticing that Maria Emmerich also has a recipe for a, I don't know what she calls hers, but for like a party mix or a Chex Mix, whatever. And hers has some different things in it that I wouldn't have thought of. And it's just really fun to be able to see what other people are making and have fun with it and start, creating your own version of this. I will have both of their recipes linked in the description as well, in case you're wanting to check those out and see what they do differently from me. One disclaimer I'm gonna give you on this recipe is it's a little bit time consuming. This is one of those recipes that I will lead up to with days of prep ahead of time. It doesn't mean it's very intensive. It's pretty minimal what you're doing. It's just time consuming. Leading up to when I'm making my snack mix, that is when I start making my dehydrated chips. I dehydrated my chicken deli meat into chips. I've got beef chips here, which is chips made from ground beef. I've got venison sausage chips, where I dehydrated some sausage chips. Just slice it really thin and dehydrate it. I've got multiple videos in the past that show you how to make all of these things. So I'll try to get them linked in the description, but you can always just go through and look and you'll find it. Maybe I might do my own playlist that will lead up to this. But these are my beef tendons, and this is the dehydrated version before I fry them. So I like to go ahead and have a bunch of these on hand, and then I just have them ready to fry when I want them. But let me show you the difference in these, because I like to have lots of different textures in my snack mix. So I've got one batch that I fried up on the stove, and then I've got one batch that I fried up in the air fryer. Same thing. This one's puffier, this one's crunchier. So I've got two different textures coming out of that one ingredient. Once you go through the steps of having your dehydrated meats, you're mostly there. When the time has come and you are ready to make your party mix, all you have to do is fry up those beef tendons like I just showed you. If you want bacon in it, I love to have bacon in it. I fry up some bacon. I'll do little 1-inch pieces. And then from there, you just have to mix a few ingredients, and you're gonna put it in the oven, and you're gonna stir every few minutes, but for the most part, you're just gonna let it go. So I know there's a lot of elements going into this, but really when it comes down to it, each element is a very easy, simple element to fix. It's just time consuming. If you're like me and you like being in the kitchen for the holidays, I used to spend weeks on end just baking cookies, and I love that. So to me, this is not much different. I just throw my things in the dehydrator, and for about a week, I've just got things drying and going and getting ready to make this. Let's get over here. I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna get it made, and this is going to be fantastic.
You're gonna start by preheating your oven to 250 degrees Fahrenheit.
Then you're going to grab some parchment paper, wad it up as tight as you can, and then smooth it back out in your pan. That's going to help it lay flat where you can contain all of your ingredients. Let's start by measuring out our wet ingredients. We're going to need about 2 to 3 ounces of melted ghee. Could be bacon grease, could be butter, whatever fat you choose. And to that, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce and about a half a tablespoon of fish sauce. Stir that up and then set it aside. Next up, we're going to make a bowl of dry seasonings. I'm using some Redmond organic seasoning salt, chili powder, garlic powder, and onion powder. Stir it up and then place your fingertip in there so you can lick your fingertip and taste those seasonings, see if they taste right to you, and adjust as needed. Stir it up one more time and then question yourself if you have made enough for the entire batch, and go ahead and add more into your bowl unless you were smart enough to add plenty in the first place. Next up, I am weighing out my meat chips. You do not have to weigh yours. You can completely eyeball it. I just decided to weigh it this one time. I think I used about 4 ounces per type of meat chip. Then we're going to throw in some bacon pieces and the crispy beef tendons, both the ones fried in the skillet and in the air fryer so they're nice and crispy, and scatter them all around. Next up, we're going to take our liquid seasonings and we are going to spoon this on top. You could pour the whole thing instead of waiting and doing a little at a time the way I did. You're just going to want to stir everything up and get it all in there together. Then you're going to spread everything back out and then grab your bowl of dry seasonings and sprinkle some of those on top. Give one more stir and then spread it all back out one more time before popping it in the oven. This is going to go in the oven for 1 hour, but you're going to have to pull this out and stir it about every 15 to 20 minutes, and you're going to add seasonings each time you do this. I like to add the seasoning mix, and then I like to add some additional seasoning salt each time around. And then back into the oven. And you are just going to repeat this process over and over again until your hour is up. Once this comes out of the oven, I like to take a piece of parchment paper and lay it on top of a cooling rack. And then I like to scoop out the snack mix so I can strain off any of that extra fat that didn't get stuck to it. and spread it out on this parchment paper so it can rest and cool off. And I just want to show you, this is the amount that did not get absorbed into the mix. It's only about a tablespoon. Look at this. I have got this amazing bowl of protein-packed party mix. It's like a Chexless Chex Mix. I'm really excited about it. So I've got all the different things in here, lots of different textures. I'm going to bite into each one so you can see that there's a diversity in the different textures and all that. And of course they do have slightly different flavors depending on, you know, if it was beef or chicken or venison and all that. So let's see, I'm gonna start with a chicken chip. Good and crispy, crunchy. Oh man, that flavor. It is exactly what I remember with Chex Mix. Okay, this looks like the, this one. This one looks like the beef tendon that was air fried, so that is its own texture. Oh my God. Super crispy, crunchy. I love those. Okay, let's compare it to the one that was skillet fried instead of air fried. It's also a beef tendon. It's still really crispy, but it's like a lighter, puffier version. I guess I would almost describe the difference in the textures like if you're going back to standard American diet junk food, the texture of Cheetos versus puffy Cheetos. They're basically the same flavor, but that texture is one's puffy and one's just crunchy. Okay, let's see. This one, I think this one is a venison chip. It's good. It's not quite as crunchy. I cut them thicker when I dehydrated them. So it might just be the thickness that they are. They are really good. Not as crunchy as the chicken chips though. And this one I can tell is the beef chip. It's a little bit thinner than the venison one, so it's a little bit lighter in color. Still just a little bit less crispy, but amazingly delicious. And then I've got our crispy bacon in here, which I love because this gives us a chewier texture, but man, that flavor with the bacon really ties into this so good. Well, I've got my treat. I can divide this out, and this can be when I'm visiting people's houses and they have all these little snacky things laying around. I can have my own snack, or maybe I will be sharing it with some other people, who knows? But I love this treat. I'm really excited to share it with you guys. And I hope, even though it's time consuming, I hope some of you will commit to trying it out because it really truly is fantastic. If you guys enjoyed my video, please give me a like and go ahead and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. It really helps the algorithm out with the likes and the subscribing, helps me be able to reach more people with these videos. And ultimately, that's what I want to do. I want to be able to reach all of the people who are looking for higher protein versions, for carnivore recipes, for dairy-free recipes, all the things that I'm doing here. I would really like to be able to reach anybody who's looking for that. So please help me out with giving me a like, leaving me comments, that helps as well. But aside from it helping the algorithm, I just absolutely love talking to you guys. So yes, feel free to leave me a comment. I love to go back and forth, hear what you guys have done. Tell me what treats y'all like to make during the holiday season. You can also find me over on X or on Instagram. I post what I eat every day following a carnivore diet. I'd love to chit chat with you guys over there as well, but you're welcome to just look around and see what I eat. No problem there. Love to have you anywhere near me. I love having you guys in my life. I can't wait to see you guys next time. Bye.
She's the friendly neighborhood carnivore with a talent for cooking up a meaty uproar. From juicy steaks to sizzling ribs galore, she'll have you coming back for more. Fellas, smash that like button. She's the carnivore cooking queen. On your screen, bringing the meaty scene. Come on over and join the team for a culinary dream.